I don't know what I can do but laugh at this point. Anyways, as y'all could see here, it's currently 2:51 in the morning. Yes, 2:51 a.m. the morning after the Miami Heat blew a 22 fourth quarter lead to the Orlando Magic, and I'm finally ready to talk about it. But before I do that, I kind of want to tell y'all how I experienced this game. So I was able to watch the entire first half at home, but then I had to leave because we were going to like this Christmas holiday bar crawl in downtown Bonita Springs, something we had planned to do for like a month now. So I had to go out at this point. But we went out, we took an Uber there. I was able to watch almost the whole third quarter in my car. And then by the time we got to the first bar, I didn't have any service. So I was trying to stream the game, but I didn't have any service. And I said, you know what? At least this is a game where the Heat are going to get a comfortable win because they were up 22 points and the fourth quarter was about to start by the time I had to put my phone down because I had no service. I even took a couple pictures and I put out a YouTube community post saying, sorry guys, no post game tonight because I'm out, right? And I said, but enjoy this Heat win. And then in parentheses, I said, assuming they don't blow this fourth quarter lead. And by the time that YouTube community post actually got sent out, like we actually got service to send it, the Heat lost. So I had to quickly delete that post and make a new post saying, sorry, no post game tonight, but I'm utterly disgusted. So if y'all happen to see that post, well, I'm doing a post game video anyways, because I feel like if I didn't post about this game, it might look like I'm ducking the smoke, which I'm not about on this channel. It was an embarrassing loss, and I feel like I'm obligated to talk about it at this point because I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. At this point, like I said, it's 2:50 a.m. I just got home. I just rewatched the whole fourth quarter myself. So, yes, I put myself through that torture, but I had to see it. I had to see how the hell do you blow a 22-point fourth quarter lead? How the hell do you get outscored in the fourth quarter 37-8? I had to see how it was possible. Now, I already listened to Tobin's YouTube recap, and he was depressed, man. Oh man, was that sad to see. I started listening to the 5 Reasons post-game show already, and they had a very sad tone as well. And obviously, I would be the exact same if I was recording this immediately after the game, but I've already had a few hours to sit here and think about this team, right? And what I realized is that I'm not surprised. So I'm not going to sit here on this channel and be super mad like I was 2 games ago. Because if y'all saw my last post game 2 games ago where they blew that big overtime lead to the Pistons, oh, I crashed the hell out because I was mad. But why even waste my energy getting mad at this point when this team is so clearly done with each other? This build is so clearly cooked. Why would I waste my time getting mad at this team? Plus, I can't let myself get mad because then I would get really worked up. And like I said, it's almost 3 in the morning and I don't want to wake the rest of my house up. Wow. What a collapse. I mean, where do we even begin? I mean, we could talk about the first 3 quarters, which I saw in live time. Things were looking good. I will say I threw a little bit of money on the Heat because they were plus odds on the anonymous player prop betting app that didn't sponsor me, so I won't say their name. I say, hey, yeah, I understand you got no Jimmy Butler, but the Magic, they're missing Franz Wagner. They're missing Paolo Banchero. And then I saw that after being listed probable earlier in the day, Jalen Suggs was out too. And I said, oh, damn, that's their best perimeter defender. Who's going to stop Tyler Hero now? He'll carry the Heat to the win. So I threw $50 on the Heat, and sure enough, once they got up big in that first half, y'all know how I like to do. I cashed out because I know this Heat team just like the rest of y'all do, and we know that this team cannot hold leads. So once again, I cashed out, just like I did in the game a few games ago versus the Pistons, because this Heat team can't hold leads. It's free money. Just bet the Heat in regulation, and once they take a lead, cash out because you know they won't hold the lead. But anyways, that's completely besides the point. But in that third quarter, the Magic inevitably went on their run. I think they went on like a 10-0 run in which the Heat matched right away. So they took the Magic's best punch, and you're going into that fourth quarter thinking, oh, okay, great. You know, we got this dub secured. You're playing a completely inferior team because they're missing so many of their top players. I know you're missing Jimmy Butler, but you got Bam. You got Tyler Hero. Those are your max money guys. Terry Rozier is having a relatively nice game at this point. I know I was very critical of him in these last few games, and this is one where he needed to step up because, of course, you needed that offensive production from him. So things were looking good. It was looking like best case scenario for this team. But then how do I describe their offense and defense in that fourth quarter? Abysmal, horrible, idiotic. They looked like they forgot how to play basketball, quite frankly, might be the best way to describe it. If you didn't see the game or turn the game off before that fourth quarter, because I saw a lot of people on Twitter that were surprised the Heat lost because they, I guess, shut the game off to end the third quarter. That's a rookie mistake. Don't ever assume the Heat won a game no matter how much they're up. So if you didn't see the fourth quarter, just imagine if Coach Spo, before the fourth quarter started, picked out 5 random fans in the audience and said, come play this fourth quarter for us. And then imagine how bad that would look. That is exactly how it looked. The effort on the defensive end was terrible, not closing out to Jed Howard, who was just cashing threes. The effort guarding Cole Anthony was awful, just letting him get to the rim so easily, not boxing him out. Had a nasty putback dunk to start the quarter, and that was a sign of things to come. And it was very clearly just a team that thought they had this dub secured. And I saw Eric Spoelstra after the game saying, yeah, this is a tough lesson in learning how to close out a game. Really? For a core that's been together for 6 years and we're still talking about learning how to close out a game? It's ridiculous. And there's nothing that can be said about this team anymore. No lessons. Even in that overtime loss to Detroit, Spo said, yes, it's another tough lesson in overtime. There's no more lessons for this team because they know everything that there is to know at this point. But what we know as fans is that the build is cooked. I don't know if that means trade everyone. I don't know if that means trade Jimmy or Tyler or Bam, but you got to make some kind of seismic move. Now, this isn't breaking news either. This is something a lot of Heat fans were saying after last year. I was sort of going back and forth because we have seen this build get their ass kicked in the first round, but also make the NBA Finals. So I was in between. But at this point, it's just very clear that what they are doing is not working. And a lot of that is on the front office. A lot of that is on the guys that are on the courts, and a lot of that is on Eric Spoelstra. I don't want to talk about the front office or roster construction too much because, like I said last video again, when Isaiah Hartenstein was killing us, we know what the problem is with this roster. They got no point guard. They got no size. We know what the problem is with Eric Spoelstra. The little bit of size that they do have, which is really just Khalil Ware at this point, Spo refuses to play him. Finally got some PT tonight. And Khalil Ware played 14 minutes, and he was a plus 26. And in a game, the Heat lost by like 7, by the way. But no fourth quarter minutes for Khalil Ware. I saw every minute Khalil Ware played because it was just in the beginning of the game. And mind you, he was balling. Immediately got a great block on the inside, followed it with a nasty dunk on the other end, had a couple of dunks today. He was awesome. But for some reason, Eric Spoelstra refuses to play him against a team that is starting multiple 6'9 plus players at the same time. You had 6'9 Tristan da Silva, 6'10 Wendell, 7-foot Goga Batadze. And Spoelstra's running a lineup of 4 guards and Bam, who, by the way, Bam is soft as ever recently and today. That's your big money guy. That's the guy that you decided to give this max extension to. Soft. Got outplayed today by Goga Batadze. Something that Tobin said earlier in his video, and I completely 100% agree. So that's, I guess, the problem on the court is that your big money guys were soft. Tyler Hero today, he was the guy that you were really looking to step up. Again, the numbers on the box score look fine. 22 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 41% from the field, which obviously isn't great, but it's not terrible. But look at the fourth quarter. I don't believe he had a single basket. Bam Adebayo, I don't believe he had a single basket in that fourth quarter either. If he did, it was like 1. Those are your big money guys. When it is winning time, when you haven't scored in 5 straight minutes, which is what we saw in the fourth quarter, those are the guys you want to get the ball to and tell them to go get a bucket. And they couldn't do it. If you got this much money invested into guys that can't get you a bucket late in these games when you haven't scored in 5 minutes, what the hell are we doing paying them? I don't know. I don't even know where to start with this team. I mean, the lineup that they had to close the game, mind you, and this is on Spoelstra, is they had Tyler Hero, Drew Smith, Terry Rozier, Pella Larson, and Bam Adebayo. You had 6'9 Bam, Pella, who's what, 6'6", and then 6'4" Hero, and then 2 6'1" guys in your backcourt versus that monster Orlando Magic front court and backcourt. Even their guards are big. What the hell did you think was going to happen, Spo? I don't understand it. Look, I'm getting myself worked up. I can't do it. I got a full house of people sleeping here. I can't let myself get worked up. It's just stupidity, though. It's stupidity. Goga Batadze, who's having a nice season. He's not no bum by any stretch of the imagination. Just getting every rebound that he wants because he's being guarded by Tyler Hero. What the hell are we doing here? How does Eric Spoelstra sleep at night looking at the box score and seeing that Khalil, not even the box score, but if he wants to start at the box score, seeing Khalil Ware was 26 minutes and then not playing him in the fourth quarter? I heard Spoelstra in the postgame. He said, yeah, I was thinking about playing Khalil Ware for a few minutes in the fourth quarter, but decided against it. Why? I don't understand. But yeah, even if Spoelstra saw Ware on the court, he was doing great things out there. Listen, I'm not one of those people that says fire Spo. I know I got a couple of those people in the comments. Spo has done so much for this organization, and I've seen him have so much success with so poor rosters that he's good to me for life. Like, I don't care how many dumb mistakes he makes. He's good in my book for life. But that does not mean that he is immune to criticism, because he's having an awful season. And the list of stupid things that I've seen him doing is just piling up. And that includes tonight, which is playing that entirely small lineup to end the game. And even earlier this season, it's really just playing Terry Rozier in all these fourth quarter minutes. His shot selection is still terrible. I don't understand. There's a lot of people talking about the officiating in the fourth quarter. Yeah, it wasn't great. There was a challenge that they called a foul on Drew Smith. In hindsight, it's not good, but what are we doing here? You scored 8 points in the fourth quarter. I'm not talking about freaking officiating. Let's just go through this box score real quick here. Duncan Robinson, 10 points, 2 of 6 from 3. After having a nice couple games a few weeks ago, I thought he was getting his swagger back. Gone. That was just a flash in the pan. He can't shoot no more. Nikola Jovic today, after having a pretty decent last couple games, 4 points today, 0 of 3. Is very soft on the inside. Yes, he might be 6'10", but he's not a big man. He's a 6'10" guard and gets bodied by every other team's opposing front court. Bam Adebayo today did get you 23 and 6, but he was outplayed by Goga Bitadze. Once again, seemed to be a little bit more aggressive in the first quarter, but then when it comes to winning time, he's on the milk carton because he's nowhere to be found. He's a missing person, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm ashamed that is our big money guy, the guy that Dwayne Wade and Alonzo Mourning, Pat Riley, and Spoelstra, and the list goes on, anointed as the next culture carrier. It's embarrassing that's the guy. He's soft. His mentality is weak, man. You're supposed to be the physically dominant, athletic freak out there dunking on dudes' heads, and we know he can do it because we've seen him do it. But he's just too soft, and I'm tired of it because it's never going to change. Because you're talking about, what, year 7 or 8 of Bam Adebayo? It's not going to change. It's not. He's very clearly took the money and just don't care no more. It's a damn shame. And all the Hassan Whiteside comparisons are accurate because he took the money and got worse. That's what Hassan Whiteside did. And I can't even believe we're sitting here saying that about Bam Adebayo. Really thought he was different. Such a shame. Tyler Hero today had a bad fourth quarter. I don't want to harp on him because he's been an all-star this season. I honestly believe that. Not his best game. Fine. This team has plenty of other big problems. Drew Smith today. I like what we're seeing from Drew. Still, pretty much the consistent theme in all these bad losses recently has been, all right, Tyler was fine and Drew Smith was good. That was the case again today. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals for him, 2 of 4 from 3. Love, of course, the defensive production we're getting from Drew Smith, and the offense continues to be real. So shout out to him, even though he was part of that fourth quarter collapse. I was a minus 17 today, but I don't think he was the problem. He had a lot of great hustle plays out there. It looked like he was the only guy hustling at points. Khalil Ware today, 14 minutes, just under 14 minutes, plus 26. I don't understand. The only plus on the team outside of Rozier, who was a +1, and Jaquez, who somehow was a +6. I can't fathom how that was. But Khalil Ware was awesome tonight. Needs to play more. We'll see if that happens in the next game. I think they got the Brooklyn Nets on Monday. Terry Rozier today finally got his shot going a little bit. 8 of 15 from the field. So that part was nice to see. But too many sidestep fadeaway threes. It just annoys me every time. But whatever. Other bigger problems on the team tonight as well. Jaime Jaquez played 17 minutes, got 5 points, 1 of 4. How many turnovers did he have? 3 turnovers. It sure felt like a lot more. I was very mad at Jaime last game because I said now that you had Jimmy Butler out, of course, he rolled his ankle early last game. I said this is the game for Jaime to step up. Didn't do it. Today, you knew you were having no Jimmy Butler. It's finally time for Jaime to get back into rhythm. Didn't do it. There are sophomore slumps, and then there is sophomore, whatever the hell Jaime Jaquez is going through. Took 0 threes today, which means that he's still like 3 for his last 28 from 3, something ridiculous. What the hell happened to him? I don't understand. He's too skilled at getting into the paint and driving inside to just be this awful now. I mean, even he had so many just dumb turnovers today, looking like his IQ went away. How do these players' IQs just go away? He even got Bam Adebayo today, throwing the ball out of bounds. I don't understand how that happens. I don't get it. I'm sitting here trying to figure out a way to explain guys throwing the ball out of bounds. I don't get it. Like this team hasn't been together for several years now. They're supposed to have the chemistry. Like, is it coaching? Because I thought Eric Spoelstra was the best coach in the league, but his team sure don't look disciplined. I don't get it. What am I doing? I've been talking for 16 minutes. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. I can't even explain this shit that we're watching. Pelle Larsson today, nice to see him get back after his ankle injury. Played 24 minutes, only took 2 shots. I'm not going to get on the rookie. And Highsmith, I thought Highsmith was supposed to be out today, but he did end up playing 6 minutes, and he didn't even take a shot. So I actually haven't checked Twitter yet to see what that was about, because I thought he was out today, but then I did see him on the court for a little bit. But I wasn't obviously able to listen to the third quarter because I was out, so I just watched it. But yeah, embarrassing performance, disgusting, disgraceful, whatever adjective you want to use to describe it. If I was recording this right after the game, you might hear a lot of curse words and depression, but hey, at this point I've been able to console myself enough to just realize what's the word I'm thinking of? Cope. That's the word of the day. I've had enough time to cope, and I have a feeling that there will be a lot of that this season. That being said, knowing this Heat team, they might win the next 15 games and win the damn NBA championship. I don't know anymore. I'm done putting. I'm tired of putting thought into this team anymore. We just gonna take it game by game and react to all of them as they come along. And of course, we'll continue to do that on this channel. So make sure to like and subscribe, because all the support is greatly, greatly appreciated. Make sure to drop your comments down below. And it looks like the Heat's next game is on Monday versus the Brooklyn Nets. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't really care anymore. I do appreciate the support. See y'all next time. Peace out.
Look, pull up in your city, tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need that head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.